Yo! Hey everyone! Welcome, welcome! And I hope everybody is rocking their quarantine fashion. Just so you know, let me give you a little show here, a little spin. We've got the gray ensemble on today. This is Kale. There you go. With the old Ugg boots. If you're wanting to know how to do this and the hair, I'll give you a how-to video later on that. Anyway, Mark is our cameraman. Say hello to Mark. Mark, you can turn your face, you can look over.
No.
You don't want to?
No.
Okay, because everybody says hello to you. Anyway, today is cooking lessons. We are doing them again. Cooking lessons are what we do with what we have, okay? And it's also, I hope it's giving you a mindset that, you know, you can cobble together stuff out of your pantry if you've got a bunch of stuff and you're thinking, how is this even gonna work? Believe me, you can make it work, because I did not have enchilada sauce, but I sure as heck made some in my blender, and I'm gonna show you how I did that. And what I'm trying to do is give you the flexibility of not necessarily always operating off of a recipe. And I know that sounds crazy from somebody who's been writing cookbooks for 20 years now, and somebody who puts out menu plans weekly for the last 19 years. But it's an important skill to be able to pull out any time. We use recipes here at home as well, but we also pull things just out of midair, seemingly, out of what we have available in our pantry, refrigerator, and freezer. And so that's why I'm teaching you these things. And every single day I think, what am I gonna cook for you? And I think about, what do I have in my refrigerator? So we are what you would call availarians. In other words, we cook with what we have, and it just makes life so much easier. However, if you want menu plans and all of that, you just go to savingdinner.com. We have dinner answers. We've been doing this for 19 years, and it feeds you exactly the way you want to eat, whatever style that you eat, and you'll see, it's right there. And if you get our daily dish, which is a lot of really good information, guess what you're gonna find there too? You're gonna get a whole week of menus so you can see what I'm talking about. Plus we have a bunch of ebooks, you can check those out. All right, so enchiladas. Everyone loves enchiladas, and everyone loves lasagna. Well, back in 2000, my very first cookbook came out, and it was called Healthy Foods Your Kids Will Love. And I was on QVC with this book, and one of the recipes was called Enchilasagna. Later on, Rachel Ray came out with a recipe very similar to mine, but I just have to lay claim that this was mine first. So it's called Enchilasagna because it's layered like a lasagna, but it's enchiladas without all the tedious rolling up, okay? I'm gonna show you exactly how to do it. I'm gonna make it so simple, and your family is absolutely gonna love this. This would be considered what we call classic recipe for saving dinner. Enchilasagna, like I said, it was in my very, very first cookbook. I think I even put it in Saving Dinner as well. But it's one of those, it's one of those classic recipes that my kids still love. And we've done it with a green enchilada sauce, which has tomatillos. We've also done it with the red enchilada sauce, which is the one that I'm doing with it today. And there's a lot of flexibility in it. You can even use leftover chicken. You can use whatever you have. Right now, what I have is some leftover taco meat. So I think this is a good thing to make. Also, another thing I wanted to show you was this. See my sprouts? Remember, I've been showing you these little sprouts every day, and you can see they've kind of grown across the top there. They're ready to go. We will have those today in our salad, and here's the second tray, which now they cannot stack. I have to separate them out because they've grown so much. I'm just showing you this because that's how quickly you can make broccoli sprouts and get that nutrition into your family pronto. So the trays are on Amazon, and so are the seeds, and they're just called sprouting trays as far as I know. I like the little round ones. I used to have some square ones. Marla sent me the round ones, and I like them so much better because they make a smaller amount. If you have a bigger family, of course, you're gonna want the bigger trays, but that's an option. Okay, so what we have here is a casserole dish. And let me tell you how I made this wonderful sauce. It was so easy. I started with a can of organic tomato sauce, okay? And this tomato sauce was just your basic tomato sauce. There's nothing exciting about it. There's no spices in it, nothing. It's just a regular old can of tomato sauce. Then I used half an onion, and I put all of this in the blender, okay? I didn't do anything to the onion except put chunks in there, half of this size. So this is about a small, this is not even a medium onion. I'd say that's kind of a small to medium onion-ish. Then I did something, this is because of what I had in my pantry. These are chipotle peppers, which we love. They're smoky, really delicious, pretty spicy, so you don't want to have too much. And I took a small one with a little bit of sauce and put it in there. When you're done with, these things last forever in the refrigerator, then you take them out of the can and you put them in a little top like that, but you can see what they look like right there. Can you see what they look like? Sort of, ish? Okay. All right, the chipotle thingies. And I added 3 cloves of garlic, and I added a little bit of cumin. I'm gonna say about a teaspoon of ground cumin. Those are all not necessary, but you know, the whole point is you make this pretty much out of nothing. One time I had no tomato sauce, and I used, no kidding, I used a half a jar of salsa, all the spices that I'm telling you about, and some Bloody Mary mix. Made a great enchilada sauce. See what I mean? So you have to get creative sometime. And listen, once you blend it up in the blender, you know, who cares? So you've got all this sauce, and what you do is you start on the bottom, and you put your sauce on the bottom. And you take your casserole dish, and you spread it out, just like you would lasagna, right? You know how you do that with lasagna? And then we're gonna go with tortillas. Now, these tortillas, which look kind of funky, came out of my freezer. We bought a package of tortillas, and I cooked something with it, and it was just like they were too, you know, I was doing soft tacos with them, and they were just too chewy and what have you. Took them, put them in the freezer, and I said, I know what I'm gonna use them for. Exactly, this is what I'm using for, is this casserole. So what you're gonna do then is cut these in half, and I've got, how many do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 4. Cut them in half, and then you're gonna make what look like, essentially, tortilla chips. See? I got a big old stack now of what looks like tortilla chips. And then to the bottom, you're just gonna, can you get in here and do a close-up? You're just gonna put these in here, like so. It's not art, but you just get them in here. It's like you're building. You can get pretty perfectionistic about this. My suggestion is that you don't, but you do want to just cover the bottom really well, as best you can. There we go, that's good. And then you're gonna take your ground beef. Now, this is already seasoned like a taco seasoning. You could, I like it this way because then it already adds the flavor, but you could just also cook up some ground beef. Like I said, you could use leftover chicken, maybe from your roast chicken. There's 100 different things that you can do. Whatever you have left over would work as well. And again, do you see how I'm not being perfect about this? But I'm just getting it out there. Is there any questions so far? Nobody?
Nope.
How many people are here?
60 or so.
Good. Hi, everybody. Yeah, that's about right. So you've got all that. Then you're going to drizzle just a teeny tiny bit more sauce. Okay, just a little bit, not much. And this is where the cheese comes in. And that's good. Cheese. And now we need to make another stack. You see how easy this is though? Isn't this so much fun? your kids would love making this as well. And I'm using corn tortillas. I do not recommend flour tortillas, then it's just gonna be all goopy. So corn tortillas are what you want, whatever you can get. And again, it's like you're dealing cards, you know, you're laying these out. You just wanna get it done quickly and not spend a lot of time on it. And again, this is, you're going to be preheating while you're doing all of this. You're preheating your oven to 350. And once this gets all put together, there's no, you don't put foil on it. You just stick it in the oven and you cook it for about 35 minutes or until bubbly. It's just that easy. The one thing about curly tortillas is they're not super helpful. They don't want to help. They don't want to lay down flat. Okay, that's good, I guess. I should use these up. There they are. Okay, and again, we go with the meats, all the meats. Sprinkle, 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 sprinkle. It's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be done. See, and it just kind of, you know, again, just mess around with it the best you can. More sauce, just a little bit, because it needs to go over the top too. And here's a hint, if you start feeling like you're running out of sauce, add a little bit of water and blend it up again so that you just keep going. And then, you just cheese it up again. You can tell this is, you haven't seen any of these recipes in hot, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? You're making a thing, okay. There you go. Yeah, why not? So like I said, this is not gonna, you're not gonna see this in my programs. It's not in any of our, this is not a diet thing, but it is a big, nice casserole for the kids and for the family. Over the top of this, you just kind of do this. You make a pattern and go down the middle. I'm making this up as I go. That's it. That's it. Now, if you want to, you can kind of go through here and do one of these, kind of smush it up so that the sauce is over the top of everything. You do not do another cheese layer sauce over that. That just makes a big crunchy cheese thingy, which is kind of obnoxious. You don't want that. So this is a classic saving dinner recipe, Enchilasagna. It is a guaranteed family-friendly, family pleaser. If you do decide to use, if you have these chipotle peppers, just be careful. This is some spicy meatball right here, and it can really, it'll put your kids' lips on fire. So you don't want to do that. That's it. That is all you do, and you have this lovely casserole, and everybody's going to go crazy. The other thing that I would suggest that you do is when you serve it, you can put sour cream, chopped cilantro out with it, and definitely serve a nice big salad because, you know, this is kind of an indulgent little thing, but I'm telling you, everyone in the fam is going to love it, and so will you. How easy was that? Is that it? No questions?
All good.
You guys are easy. I'll see you tomorrow. I don't know what we're cooking tomorrow, but I'll be here at 4 p.m. tomorrow doing cooking lessons again. Share this with all of your friends that need help getting back into the kitchen. They don't know what they're doing. Let's show them how to get it done. All right? Thanks for sharing this, and I will see you tomorrow at 4. Peace.